Hello. Today I would like to speak about control versus letting go and surrendering, using some of the quotes from Alan Watts. I'm taking a leap of faith and practicing speaking in front of others and trying to be clear and concise. So here we go. Last night or recently I listened to a YouTube video titled Trust the Universe to Give You What You Need by Alan Watts. And I'm going to read little quotes and then speak of what it means to me or what I find most important about it. So it begins with Alan Watts saying, "You believe control will keep you safe, but it only keeps you small. It confines your spirit within the walls of expectation and fear. You cannot grow inside a prison built by your own thoughts. When you control too much, you stop trusting the process. And when you stop trusting, you stop living." So here we have us trying to control things in our lives because we don't feel safe. And it's a leap of faith to begin to trust again, to trust life, knowing that there might be pain, but to see it through. What is it trying to show us and guide us to? And how will we ever know if we don't give it the chance to do that? He says, "The universe is not a machine you can operate. It is a mystery you must participate in. Your attempts to dominate life are acts of separation, not understanding. You cannot dominate what you are part of. You cannot manage what you are made from." So here we have a misbelief of we are not understanding or realizing that we are one with the universe. It is what we are and are made of. We see ourselves somehow separate from it. We have this illusion in our way of thinking that we can somehow understand it and control it. But it is actually a mystery that is asking for us to join in with it to learn and grow. Alan Watts also says control is born from fear. And fear is born from the illusion of separation. We fear the unknown because we think we are not the unknown. We think we are something apart from the totality, something fragile and temporary, trying to survive against a hostile universe. But you are not surviving in the universe. You are the universe surviving as you. When you realize this, control becomes unnecessary. It becomes absurd to try to command what you already are. So we find here the remembrance that we are the unknown. We are the universe having this experience through us. We are part of the totality, not separate from it, We are one with it. And are we going to give ourselves the chance to take this ride and see what it is that it wants to experience, show us, to learn from and grow, to have experiences? Alan Watts says, the moment you let go, you discover that life does not fall apart. It falls into place because the universe does not need your control. It needs your cooperation. Control is the child of anxiety, but surrender is the parent of peace. When you stop demanding certainty, you discover freedom. You begin to see that uncertainty is not your enemy. It is your teacher. It is the space where all possibilities live. Without uncertainty, there can be no growth, no creativity, no awakening. The unknown is the birthplace of all that ever becomes known. To fear it is to fear the very source of your evolution. So we might ask ourselves, are we going to stay locked down in a cage of our own making and not learn anything new or experience anything new? Of course, it's our misunderstanding once again that somehow it's out to get us when we're meant to cooperate with it. You know how they say, dance with life? And it does take trust, doesn't it? That's part of what we have to have faith about, is regaining our trust that we cannot control it actually, and we're going to have peace beginning when we let go and allow some things to fall into place for us. And that also, it requires us to trust that the universe is for us and not against us, as we may have misunderstood for certain reasons before we knew better. Again, he says, we have been taught to idolize control as the path to security. But true security is not found in control. It is found in connection. Connection with the natural rhythm of existence. Connection with the intelligence that moves the planets and opens the flowers. When you align with that rhythm, you no longer need to force outcomes. You no longer panic when things fall apart because you understand they are falling into alignment. Every time life disrupts your plans, it is correcting your course. Every time something slips from your grasp, it is because your hands were meant to be open. The universe is not punishing you. It is guiding you toward authenticity. You cannot receive what is meant for you while your fists are clenched around what is not. Control blocks the flow of divine timing. It replaces surrender with struggle and turns learning into suffering. The more you try to control, the more life mirrors your resistance. The moment you let go, life mirrors your peace. This is not a spiritual cliche. It is the law of energy itself. What you resist persists. What you accept transforms. The universe does not respond to your commands. It responds to your state of being. If you vibrate with fear, you attract chaos. If you move in trust, you attract order. The energy you embody becomes the reality you experience. So again, do we trust that the universe is on our side, or do we feel that it's an enemy out to get us? If we have the perspective that it is for us and loves us, we could view something that didn't go according to our mind's plan of how it should go. Perhaps this is not quite the right time for this, or it's not the right thing for you. Perhaps the universe is protecting us and helping us to course correct. I'll be back with part 2.